What followed was a year of considerable change, in which Hitler would establish absolute power through propaganda of persuasion and terror, compelling Germans to flee, comply, or convert to their cause, exerting control over every aspect of German culture and ideology. On the night of the 27th of February 1933, Hitler would be given his first major propaganda opportunity as Chancellor. When a fire broke out in the Reichstag, Germany's parliament building, a young communist was arrested at the scene. The fire fed neatly into Hitler's narrative of anarchy, his promise to restore order, and the communist as enemy saboteur. Hitler capitalized on this by issuing a decree on the protection of the people and the state, suspending the right to assembly, freedom of speech, and freedom of the press. It gave his regime the power to suppress publications and arrest political opponents without specific charges.
They made it clear that anybody who resisted them was going to have a nasty time. And that very quickly established their authority. Never underestimate weapons in the hands of the state that can be used to dominate a population and control a population.
Less than a month after the fire, Hitler stood under the looming presence of the swastika and presented his Enabling Act to Parliament. The bill would allow the Nazi Party to bypass the usual parliamentary due process, the country's constitution and the president, to pass their own unilateral laws. The Enabling Act was passed by the majority of the Reichstag, while armed members of the Nazi Party's own police and military forces, along with right-wing paramilitary group, the Steel Helmets, stood at every door and surrounded the building. Hitler had finally gained legislative control of Germany, aided by the Nazi Party's intimidation tactics.
Basically, he took over the engines of power. So the police, the administration, everything which gives a state the power to exercise power. And he used it very ruthlessly.